Oh my god, man. Don't mind how I look right now. Low-key, I kind of woke up from a nap, and I'm still kind of sleepy. I'm very sleep deprived. Welcome, everybody, to another video. Welcome back to another tier list Tuesday. Last time I recorded this, we're not gonna talk about it. Yeah. And I wanted to make this a series, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like my other video that I made on the freaking enchantments because low-key, I don't know, I feel like I took it a little bit serious. The whole point of my tier list Tuesdays is to be, I guess, somewhat serious, but mostly just be silly. And why is my F? And it's mostly supposed to be silly. I mean, the video is as long as it's decently long. I want to have these tier list Tuesdays short and compressed, just videos that you can easily watch within a short amount of time, and so I don't have to edit a lot. So without further ado, let's get right onto the tier list Tuesdays. Tier list Tuesday, oh my gosh, as you can see on the screen right here, we're gonna be ranking all the Minecraft woods, all the Minecraft wood planks here that have been added to the series. I'm pretty sure these are all of them, because on like my last video I had to add some of the enchantments because I didn't check if they had all of them. So now I'm pretty sure these are all of them. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, how I'm going to be ranking this, like I said, it's going to be how I'm going to be ranking this. I'm going to be ranking it off of utility, how much the plank is used, and off of variety, or like palette, like how many builds, or like building wise at least, because I feel like I can guarantee you, I mean, all of these planks are used in pretty much every build. Let's be honest. Every builder has found a way to incorporate all these planks and make them look beautiful. But to a casual player like I and many others, some of us think some of these planks are ugly and some of these planks are beautiful. So let's get rank. Let's rank. Oh my gosh, what? Now, come on guys, this is self-explanatory. We're gonna put wood plank into the S tier. I really don't need to explain myself. Reason why oak plank is an S tier is because for utility wise, I'm pretty sure every Minecraft player uses this just for sticks, and obviously we use it at the beginning of the game. This is literally, we use plank like well, at most we use planks for really sticks and literally everything else. And even noobs and people who just start playing Minecraft, they be using planks. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the universally used plank in the whole entire game. So I mean, it gets respects. It's an OG plank, so it's gonna get its respects and go into S tier. I'm pretty sure everybody is not gonna argue with me in this choice. Obviously, spruce plank goes into S tier. Spruce plank is literally the most beautifulest, sexiest block in the game. Everybody can agree. I'm pretty sure everybody can agree that this is literally top one. And if you want to be more I lost train of thought. The point is, this is better than oak. Everybody uses this. I'm pretty sure everybody. Everybody fucks with spruce planks. Now, some of y'all are gonna probably get on me. Some of y'all are probably gonna like criticize me, or if anything, send me death threats. You can already see the next block. Like, hear me out. I think birch is an A tier. I personally, I'd be using this block a lot for my builds, and some other people who use this build wise can pull off this block and make it actually look really good. So I think birch deserves an A tier. Now, for utility wise, I think this block is the most heavily used block that people be using, other than possibly maybe like jungle, maybe some other blocks here. I have no clue, but I think, at least in the overworld, everybody is using this block because nobody likes it for sticks. Yeah, maybe they're using oak too, but I feel like people who dislike it so much, they're like, oh, this is just like extra tree around me, so I'm gonna chop down all these birch trees. Because I mean, birch trees are pretty tall. Sometimes they're pretty tall, and they give a lot of I lost train of thought. What was I saying? Okay, I feel like everybody sees birch and they're like, this is a big tree, and you get a lot of wood from it. So everybody's gonna be chopping this tree down to get a lot of like sticks and planks. Get wood so they can make planks and make sticks. So I think this is highly the most at least used block, because it's just like everybody considers this just extra or like excess, so it's gonna go in A. But now one block that we can possibly all agree that is semi ugly is gonna be jungle, and I'm gonna put it in D. I don't think it's too ugly where it can go in all the way to the bottom, like an F. But it's definitely like a block a casual player wouldn't be really using for build wise. Now if you use this for build, you use this entirely off of build, like to build a building or something like that, to make a building or anything like that, to construct the building, this block is hideous. Would I put it any higher? Like towards I lost train of thought. Oh my god. I just think this block is just semi ugly. I say semi, like I said, I just don't think it's that ugly. You can definitely make this block work for other builds. I've seen what people can do with this block, but it's like, I think from what I've seen, most of the people be using this for like either like nature, jungle kind of stuff. But it's not too ugly where I'm gonna put it in an F. I think I can deal with the block. It just kind of depends on how you use it with like different palettes, like different variations of blocks when you build it. But other than that, it's like, it's just there. All right, for Acacia, this is gonna be another controversial one. I think Acacia goes in B tier. I've seen what people can do with this block. This block can actually pull off crazy, beautiful builds. Get good palettes, get good blocks. This block can really pull off actual insane builds. I've seen it, and I'm just gonna have to put in B. Now, is he gonna go ahead of Acacia? No, I think personally as a casual player, I wouldn't really use this block a lot because I don't know how to color coordinate some of the blocks as well. So I'm gonna put it on B. And utility wise, I think also if you were in Acacia, obviously you'd be using this block for mostly for your materials, and then after you find a better colored block, you just you just move on to another block. This whole tier list is basically discrimination, let's be honest, because you're gonna like I hate this colored block, oh, but I fuck with more with oak. Next one is dark oak. Dark oak is gonna go on an A tier. Now I don't think it I think some of y'all are gonna get my ass for it. I don't think it deserves S tier. I love the block a lot. I use the block. There's also really pretty paths for this block. There's really pretty block combos that you can use this for buildings, but I just don't think it deserves the S spot. Why? Because I think spruce is the better variation of dark oak, and I think oak is the better variation of birch. These are basically both off like better versions of each other. Now if you want to, now I will put it over birch though, because it's definitely better. It's kind of leaning towards that spot, but it just can't get there. I'm sorry. Like for utility wise, same thing. You're in a dark oak jungle, you're gonna be like using this for sticks and all that, because there's a lot of wood in a dark oak in a dark oak. What the fuck? Where did my headphones die? They ain't even charging? What the hell? But like I said, you're gonna be in a dark oak forest, and you're gonna be seeing a lot of them, and you're just gonna use them for sticks and like all the materials and stuff like that. Mangrove gets a, oh, this is pretty hard. I think mangrove gets an A. It's a much more better red colored block variation. There's other colored blocks, but it's a really nice palette red color variation block. I personally can't really color coordinate this yet, but it's a really pretty block. So I mean, I've seen like people do those like spike tower builds. I think Grian did one in one of his like series. I can't recall. I think Lifesteal or something like that. You can make nice builds with this block, honestly. Maybe even nice roofs, new other stuff. I've seen how crazy people go with the mangrove block. It's a really nice colored shaded red. You can make really nice builds with this, so it will just go on A tier. Now I wouldn't put it in S tier because, like I said, at most you'd have to be really lucky with spawn to be able to spawn in a mangrove and get this block off rip. Other than that, you're gonna have to travel like who knows how far. It just really depends on your world generation to get this. And most of the time that I've been playing Minecraft, I've been very unlucky, and I've had to travel almost pretty far to get this plank. But other people get lucky and they get this block. So it really just depends on world generation, because this block can be tedious to get. So that's really why I'm gonna put it on A, because I mean, it just depends on your world. It can be tedious, or you can easily get this block. All right, next block, cherry blossom. Now the cherry blossom, it's gonna, oh shit, no, it's gonna be on B. Now it's a pretty block, but I think personally, people can make this work. But from what I've seen, really your palettes, I feel like your palette is kind of limited towards specific colors. I think mostly white, black, and just pink, from what I've seen. Now I could be wrong, because I've only really seen those variation of buildings, but it's a good colored block. Now this is pretty, it's a semi-common wood plank that you can easily get your hands on, because, yeah, like I said, it depends on world generation for some of these planks. You can get lucky and get off rip because I feel like the biome is pretty common. It's just, you just kind of have to find it, kind of walk around, and sometimes you can be very unlucky and this biome is like hella blocks away from your world. It just depends on world duration, right? But this block is very pretty. I just think palette wise, some people do use it, but most of the time you'll be building this like in cherry blossom biomes, or like or just make like a pretty nice pink build. It just really depends, but it's a pretty nice colored block. But other than that, I'll put it on B because, I mean, like I said, it just depends on variety. Casual players, you're probably gonna use this since there's a lot. Probably just you get. I think you just get this block and it's like, oh, it looks nice, you know, type ordeal. So there's that. Bamboo. Bamboo's gonna be our first C. Now I've seen builds of this, and this block is a pretty block. Oh my god, I can't say. You can make this block work. I just think the reason why I'm gonna put it on C is because it's a tedious block to craft. You have to use bamboo. What? Yeah, you have to use bamboo. How to craft? Sorry, I feel like my Minecraft knowledge just kind of ran out the window. But you have to make bamboo blocks. So to make block of strip bamboo or bamboo planks, you have to make a bamboo block. All this, you get the whole ordeal. You have to get bamboo, make those into blocks, and then if you want to get the strip version of it, you have to like obviously like strip that all. I don't know. It's a whole process, right? And then what makes this even more tedious is that you have to either spawn in a jungle off rip, and you get the jungle, you get bamboo, and you find a bamboo forest, and there you go, you get the bamboos, and that's easy. But or scenario B, where you don't spawn in, you have to go find a jungle, and better yet, you have to find a bamboo jungle. So it makes it even harder, it makes it even tedious to get this block. So it's just gonna go in C. For the nether blocks, these are both going low key. These are both gonna go into D tier. Why are they gonna go on D tier? They're very beautiful blocks, but since they're just kind of like nether blocks, now you can't make really nice builds off of these blocks. Don't get me wrong. The only reason I'm putting them on D, because they're nether blocks, and let's be honest, you're gonna get all these blocks before you get into these blocks, unless you're speedrunning the game. But even speedrunners don't be getting these blocks. They only really, I mean, yeah, it's just kind of a block for the nether. It makes the nether look nice, and I just think just because they're mostly nether exclusive, you really won't get these until like, you know, until you get to the nether, and by then you probably have already a starter base. Now for a base later on, I'll probably move this to S tier, but I think personally they both of them go on D tier. Now if I'm going off a color, they're pretty nice colors, but I'm not gonna really rank them separately because I feel like their colors are kind of like in a way similar, if that makes sense. They probably didn't, but yeah, they're just kind of go there. And then last but not least, the pale planks. I think from the pale gardens, this one is gonna go on B. This is a really nice plank that we've gotten recently, and kinda like how with the jungle, nether and bamboo, and these two, occasion and cherry, it's just a tedious biome you have to either get lucky with or just find. Now it's not too tedious because I mean I'm pretty sure you can easily find these, but it's just like I said, it depends on variation. You have to either travel far as fuck or you can just get them off rip. So I think this plank goes on B. Now it'd probably be a little higher, but with how not as easy access, so you can have depends if you have to find it or not. It's gonna go on B. So there. Anyways, that's the tier list. Hopefully that didn't take a lot of time. That probably took 20 minutes off of recording, so that's gonna be an easy video to fucking edit it down. If you enjoyed my tier list, leave a like. Obviously subscribe. I'm gonna try to do this every Tuesday. Leave a comment down below what you want me to rank next. This is a bullshit tier list. Let me know if you agree with this. I think my tier list is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's it. Peace, and say hi to your mom.